Who are we? URT. This is the URT. You are the URT. You pick up the URT. Smash the like for the URT, people. Hold tight. Hold tight. It's getting quite nippy out here. It's getting colder in Manchester. It's getting cold and cold and cold, and it's freezing. Big up to the early birders here, man. What did we tell you? Back to life, back to reality, and everybody's using back to life, back to reality. Yo, I need to get that on a t-shirt, man. Back to life, back to reality, if you know, soul to soul. What a disappointment game we got away with when Manchester United today, man. We got absolutely bopped. We got absolutely smashed. We got sawn, diced. Honestly, all of the things that we said yesterday is Sean Dyche going to play. You know, are we going to come up against a low block team? None of that. None of it came. None of that came. It was us that were defending. It was us that was on the back foot. It was Elliot Anderson that was dominating the whole game, ran the game for Nottingham Forest. And he man-marked Mbeumo out of the game. Mbeumo's poorest game in Manchester United. And Ruben Amorim's tactics got absolutely hit for six. They got absolutely smashed out of the ground. His tactics got smashed out of the ground. And it didn't work. It did not work. Mbeumo needs to stretch the game. Mbeumo needs to stretch the game. Mbeumo needs to stretch the game. Big up Saeed for the raid. Mbeumo needs to stretch the game, people. He needs to stretch it. And instead, Mbeumo is coming back. Cunha should drop in. Mbeumo should stretch it so that there's a space for United players to be able to get into. There is a space for United players to be able to get into. There is a space for United players to be able to get into. Can you please turn on the big light for me? Or to turn on this light for me, please. It is unbelievable what's happened, people. It's unbelievable what's happened. It's unbelievable what's happened. There we go. From the darkness into the light. From the darkness into the light. But DDFC, everybody that was telling me United are this, United are that, today we got found out, we got bullied by a team in the bottom three. Let's have the facts right here. Pick up Saeed for the raid. Poor performances. Poor performance. Poor performance. Manchester United should have made it 2-0 in that first half. We went in 1-0 up, came out the second half. In 2 minutes, the game's done like that. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Amorim got out-coached, got out-maneuvered today. He got out-coached, out-maneuvered, and you know what? His in-game management, zilch. He's got attacking players on the bench to try to change it. He does still. I mean, you go and ask any Premier League manager when you have got Kobe Mainoo, Zirkzee, Mason Mann on the bench, you're not going to change the game. Unbelievable the excuses he's making, man. The reality is the reality. Majority of you, we won 3 games and we all got gassed. We all won 3 games and we all got gassed. The reality is the reality. The reality is the reality. Away from home, we are dogshite. I repeat, away from home, we are dogshite. Manchester United are not away from home. We are awful away from home. Awful. We are incredibly bad away from home. It's unbelievable what's happening there, people. So the least you could do is smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, because there ain't no other channel going to tell you the truth. Everybody's going to paper over the cracks and go, you know what? No. I saw Elliot Anderson dominate us. What have I been telling you about Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro? What have I been telling you about Bruno and Casemiro? I've been telling you about Bruno and Casemiro that midfield is getting found out. How many times did De Hoy, the winger, came inside and played like number 10? And then every time he kept getting the ball, turning on us. And all we can do is hoofball to who? I felt so sorry for Sesko today. I feel so bad for Sesko. Sesko wants to get the ball to feet and connect and then go and make runs. The greediness of Ahmad in that first half, Sesko's there, give it to him. The greediness of Casemiro, the greediness of Bruno, the greediness of Cunha. Give the striker the fucking ball. If you're not going to cross the ball to him, give him the ball when you're close to him. Pick up to Seski. Seski, back to reality, Eski. Back to life. And everybody's using that now, by the way. Big up Soul to Soul. Greatest soul group UK ever. Greatest soul album. Check it out. soul to soul, back to life, back to reality, back to life. Talk to me, Eski. Because that was bullshit from Manchester
and
United.
speaking on soul to soul,
Absolutely schooled.
We did.
We got schooled.
I mean,
and
look,
the coach who's supposed to react and make changes and sort this out sits there like that. We were getting overrun in midfield in that first half. We only played after it was 2-1 in the last 10 minutes. In the last 10 minutes. We only played in the last 10 minutes.
For me, it's like I watch. Yeah, man.
I need to start this. I need to start this. Are you there, Eski?
Yeah, man. Hello. Yeah. Do you think?
Eski, you there?
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah, bro. Looks like Eski's not there.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Shocking.
Hello.
Eski, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. Am I just quiet?
Oh, sorry. He's talking. Oh, sorry. Apologies.
No. Sorry. Can you hear me?
I can't hear him. So let me just check my audio.
Oh yeah. Go on. It says that I'm talking.
I can't hear Seski. Can you guys hear Seski? Eski, can you hear Eski?
I can hear. Yeah. If it's coming through, I can hear you though.
Can you hear Eski?
Jack, can you hear me? Hello, people. You can hear me? Yeah. They're saying they can hear me. Yeah. Yo, big up the chat, man. Shouts to the chat.
Okay, I can't hear him.
Fair.
I don't know what's happening with my.
I don't know. Weird.
Oh yeah. I can hear you now. It's weird. I can hear you, bro.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I watched your match reaction just then with Faz and Saeed and that. Like, for me, yeah, it is back to reality. But do you know what it is? The fan base have got giddy because we haven't had back-to-back wins. So when you get a third one, naturally, a lot of people are just going to get thingy. So you can let that slide and it's whatever. But back to reality. And the weird thing for me is this is the first time I think Amarim this season has picked the second same 11 in a row, right? Never seen this before. I think, maybe would have tried to put Maguire in. He's not fit. But he's played the same 11. But instead of today, he's played Bruno on the left side of midfield rather than the right side. I don't quite understand that. What he was trying to do, was he trying to help help Sesko on the left, or was he trying to do something defensively and have Casemiro on the right hand side? I weren't quite sure with that. For me today, though, ultimately the manager's man management is poor, but them 2 goals are just inexcusable. Like Said was saying, you can't come back off second half, and we notoriously don't have good second halves. We start very slow under this manager. You can't fucking go in there and concede in a minute and concede in the next minute. That took me back to Ten Hag. Remember Ten Hag, once we conceded a goal, the next 5 minutes, you just knew we were going to concede again, and it was woeful. I don't quite understand why we've conceded like that. Yeah, players should have jumped. I think Delo's had a nightmare for over a year. If we're being real, over a season. Last season, he was terrible. Or every game this season, he's been terrible. Don't know what's going on with him. Absolutely, we need help on the fullback areas. I don't think Dogu, he's okay for now, but we do need to seriously improve. I think if we got Frimpong or something like that, we'd see a different fucking team. But, it is what it is. But I think today, like everyone was saying, Elliot Anderson, he's the United player in waiting. He is the United player if I've ever seen one. Honestly, that Belabor performance the other week for Brighton, I don't know what he was trying to do there as a performance, but I mean, Anderson today, because you know what it is? When our team sets up to do long balls, flick it off to, give it to Sesko, he flicks it off to Mbemo. And like you said in your post-match, who was man marking him? Elliot Anderson. Every time Mbemo was near the ball, Anderson was there. When Sesko goes to win the ball, Elliot Anderson ran towards Mbemo because he knows who Sesko is looking for. He knows the knockdown's going to him. So he did absolutely amazing today. But for me, ultimately, the defense has cost us. I don't think that the manager can't get too much blame. He can get a little bit of blame for the in-game management and trying to get us back into the game. But them 2 goals, that at any level, Nuruddin, if your Sunday team conceded 2 like that, your Saturday league team, your fucking Conference League team, that's unacceptable anywhere in the world. So with them, that defensive shambles, I can't blame the manager. But you're right in what you're saying in terms of fucking bringing players on. What has Kobe got to do to get a fucking look in this team? I don't understand. Has Kobe done something wrong behind the scenes? Is it a race thing? I don't understand. I'm joking. But like, seriously, what has he got to do to fucking get on the pitch? Mason Mount could have been great for this game, I think Sean Dyche clocked us immediately. Before the game, Amarim was there like, oh, we're not sure. We might have to play a little bit different. You saw right through that. Sean Dyche said, fuck that. He's going to play the same 11 and they're going to play the same way. And he's just absolutely handled us. And this is what it is. This was the test. Can we beat a Nottingham team that haven't scored in hours? It was like almost 3 hours of football they haven't scored in, and then we give them 2 in 2 minutes. that is just down to the defense taking the piss. And then we were frail, and I think we were mentally shot. So we conceded 2 goals, and half an hour after that, we're like, oh shit, we're not meant to be in this position. Let's start playing football. Played a bit of football, got a bit lucky with the goal and made it 2-2. So I don't quite understand. I mean, Amrim, did he get it wrong? Not massively get it wrong, because, you know, if Ahmad scores right at the end, it's like whatever, smash and grab, we don't concede them 2 goals. But I just think defensively, what are the players doing there? I was literally singing De Ligt's praises, and he's a part of the issue there. Him, Euro, but De Ligt, man, took the piss. And why is he playing him on side, Nuruddin? Why the fuck? He's looking at the ball, 2 men have jumped up for it, he's nowhere near it. So you know, if you're nowhere near the ball, just step on side. Just step on side, because if he wins the second ball and someone else runs through, you've played him off. Or if the header goes in, you rely on the keeper. So, yeah, just took the piss today. 2 points dropped massively. But, you know, if we can beat Tottenham, Nuruddin, 10 points out of 12 ain't bad, like Faz was saying. However, you're right with the context. If we drop points to Liverpool but beat these lot, it would sound better, but it's just the way it's worked out. But hey, man, look, we're still undefeated. Try beat Spurs, and we go into the international break, and we just reset there, man. But for me, this is, you know, we're better than where we were. And Amrim's comments at the end of the game was actually true. He said, last season, if we conceded them 2 goals, we're not coming back in that game. We probably lose more. That is a quote from Amrim. And I do believe him when he says that, because mentally, we're still not there yet, but we are better than last season. So it's just steady work in progress. I think everyone needs to relax. Everyone who got giddy is feeling upset because they thought we were onto something. We were never onto anything. We're in a top 6, top 8 race, if that. So everyone just needs to relax, reset, and then go again.
Give me your game, people. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Bombay, give me your match reaction. I thought we were dog shite. I thought Elliot Anderson bust us. I thought Elliot Anderson absolutely bullied in Burmo. Man-marked him. And instead of in Burmo taking him away, taking him around the different sides of the football pitch, he kept it there, and Ahmad wasn't getting space. And then even Elliot in Burmo should have took him to the other side, and Kunia should have got more space with Ahmad on this side. We didn't, because the coach, and then Hostel is coming in at the number 10. All he was doing is that big donut I kept talking about. And when I kept talking about it, people kept saying, you hate Casemiro, you hate Bruno. No, my eyes don't fucking lie to me. My eyes don't lie to me. We got absolutely bullied in midfield. And Hudson-Odoi, instead of being in the left wing, comes off the left wing, and all he does pick up the ball and run at Manchester United. Kept doing it again and again and again. Yesterday, we talked about that. Are they going to sit back and do 4-1-1? No, they didn't. They were on the front foot except for the first 5 minutes and the last 10 minutes of the game. They were on the front foot. We got bullied. We got bullied, and people were getting fucking excited and giddy. We turned the corner. How we fucked? The tactic that he used against Brighton, the tactic he used against did not fucking work. It did not work. Brian in Burmo is not a guy who comes to the ball. He likes to stretch. Kunia can come. Both of them can't drop back. They can't both drop back. One has to stretch the game. The other one has to come to you. So the defense are destabilized. So the defense centre-halves and fullbacks don't know what to do. They're like, oh, shit, we need 1+1 to do marking, and somebody needs to go with him. Instead, both of them are dropping back. Elliot Anderson bust us. Casemiro and Bruno, nowhere to be fucking seen, other than the goal, another one hit the post. Talk to me. Because I'm not buying this bullshit about, no, they're in the bottom 3. They've not scored. You know how many hours they've not scored a fucking goal? And we give them 2 in 2 minutes. And I just want to one more thing. They set a record, Nottingham Forest, for having 3 managers in 1 season. It's never been done. Never heard of.
Yes, good evening, Dino. Good evening, Husky. Good evening, everyone in the chat. I'm just going to continue, really. I just caught the tail end of Husky personally. And I'm just going to continue in that frame of thought. We've definitely turned a corner. I think there was some good stuff played, but we just couldn't contain Forest. Sean Dyche surprised me today in the sense that there was no sitting back. They pushed the high line. They pressed us. They played in a way that Sean Dyche.
Let me just get a super chat. He sent it earlier and I missed it. Big up to Aminu
Rashid.
Anderson. from Forest. What a player. Listen, I promise you, you can fucking bully Manchester United, Amul. You could bully Manchester United. The midfield is fucking shit. Go ahead.
So Forest, I have to give them credit. Forest are a team that finished very high last year and took some big scalps, and they were consistent. So it's a matter of time before the quality that they've got and the team that they've got finds its feet, and it found its feet today. So because it's a false reading, the fact that they are at the bottom of the table, yeah, that can happen because you've had 3 managers. But the reality of the team is very, very different. They have some very, very good players, lots of talent on there, and the way that they play today how you saw them play last season. So when you're playing that kind of Forest, if they play that way, they're going to cause a lot of teams problems and they'll climb up the league.
That's so BS, today, and you know it, Mumbai. But go on, stop papering over the fucking cracks. They're in the bottom 3 for a fucking reason. The reason why 2 managers are being sacked because they've not been performing. So give it a rest, please.
Today they performed. The quality of the players is still there. It's just about finding the right manager to deploy them in the right way. And if that's a sign of the way Forest are going to play for the rest of the season, you can argue with me that they're going to stay where they are. I don't think they are.
They weren't that fucking great. I don't know what game weren't that great.
No, to me they were.
They just put pressure on for about 10 minutes as soon as the second half started, and we buckled. We absolutely buckled.
No, I don't think so.
That's the truth.
No, I don't think so.
What? You tell me what many saves that Lemons made. Go on, list the saves that Lemons made.
Do you want my post-match reaction? So for me, man, they impressed me. They're a good team, and they will rise up the table. Today, I thought we played all right. Personally, I think second half things fell apart very, very quickly. You know, that would 2 goals in 3 minutes is enough to just, you know, really shock the team. And Heskey's right. Last year, that's the end of that. We're conceding a 3rd and maybe a 4th all day long. They just fall apart, but they didn't. I think first half we actually were the better side, personally. Second half, different story. But I'm not going to go too crazy. Man United have turned the corner, and that's a good point for me to come back and get a point. We didn't lose. So, personally, I give credit to them. I wasn't expecting that at all from Forest. And, you know, it's at their ground. It's not a bad day at the office. It's not like we got battered and our keeper was, you know, making saves left, right, center. We had our openings. We had our chances. Ahmad had a good few. Sesko had Sesko straight away. Mbeumo puts the ball in, he doesn't connect right. If he connects, maybe that's going in. We had another chance as well. So it was a nice game to watch. Both teams were involved in it. But the game, we never were able to contain the game. They were always coming off the leash. That was a difficult game today. Maybe we weren't quite expecting that. But you know what? When it got tough, we did get back into the game. Then it'd get away from us. It was that kind of game. It was hard to contain Nottingham Forest today. But during the game, when we went 2-1 down, I thought, you know what? Ahmad scores. If we can get through this and take a point, I take a point. It's a good point. Still not a defeat, you know. And it's all about that mentality, Heskey. I keep talking about the mentality, the culture and stuff. And you see Liverpool now, it's not about just 4 losses. It's about all you have felt and tasted for the last 4 weeks is defeat. So like winning is a habit, so losing becomes a habit too. Do you know what I mean? So you didn't lose. It's all right. I mean, it wasn't a perfect performance. We've played better the week before and the week before that. No doubts. But you got a point. No problem. We move on to the next one. You didn't lose. This is all part of what we're trying to do here, you know. You might not win, but don't lose. And they didn't, man. So I'm not totally upset today. And I didn't set myself up to fail. I didn't think like, right, we're back. We're going to win the league. No, not at all. Not at all. But objectively, looking at game by game, absolutely there's an improvement in every sense of the word. Team-wise, performance-wise, individual players actually coming alive. And just the general feel of the place. For the first time in a long time, there is a feeling of positivity. So today is not perfect, the performance. And those 2 goals in 3 minutes, man, I mean, that's not Amarim's fault. You know,
No,
that's just crazy. Nobody's expecting that.
It is his fault, and I'll tell you why.
Do you know what I mean? That's not something you planned for, but stay in the game, and we could have nicked it right at the end there. So you know what I mean? I'm not upset. Would have liked the victory, but let's move on to Tottenham. That's pretty much my assessment.
yeah, man, I agree.
You're muted, bro.
No,
Go ahead, Luani. Give me your max reaction. Wait, trebles. Wait, wait. Go ahead, Luani.
Big up Therapy Army. Big up the guys.
Yes,
Big up guys. I don't know. This is one of those games we look at. We've been asking ourselves a lot of questions lately. Is that why is it that we see in one game from one game to another that we can bring from one game to another? What are the positives, and what is it that we can build on? Today, for example, I'll say, okay, the one thing I noticed Amorim did is he ditched the high press with Bruno as a spearhead, and he moved more in favor of a mid block. And with that mid block, he kind of stopped the midfield. But unfortunately, I'm also afraid by doing that, he also kind of sacrificed our left-hand side because he moved Cunha into the middle of the pitch. And you could see Cunha, Bruno, Dalot, and Luke Shaw. They were literally holding their hand in that area of the pitch. So it become essentially become a one-dimensional team with only a right side with Mbomo and Ahmad. And when that area get locked down, we don't have any other outlet to use. We don't have any means to stretch our pitch on the left hand side, and that's what I'm worried about. The game can be summed up today. There's a lot of ebbs and flows, but it could be essentially be summed up in saying that Forest did not have the quality to match their execution, and we did not have the execution to match our quality. The noticeable little the similarity between what Forest did today and what we did actually is the way in which we use Mbomo. We use Mbomo as a playmaker, and they use Callum Hudson-Odoi as a playmaker by bringing him in the middle. But there also the difference is Son Dyche at the point he recognized that Mbomo was our playmaker, so he put somebody on to man mark him, and that was the end of it for us. And then Amorim didn't make the adjustment on the other side with Callum Hudson-Odoi. The issue I have,
this coach has got the worst in-game management. Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
Can we talk about it? He's the worst in-game management ever. He is shocking. And the excuses he came out with, I'll show you in a minute. Go ahead.
No, I'll tell you, Bomaye, the reason why I agree with you, I disagree with you in terms of how good Forest is, because if you put both teams before the game, if you put both teams on paper and you look at both teams, they are not a superior team than us. They don't have talent. They don't have the talent that we have on the pitch, but we just don't keep the ball enough to capitalize on the talent that we on how good our players are. And you see in the moments that we keep the ball, we always seem to do good things with it. So Amorim need to talk to his players and come up with a philosophy that allows us to at least keep the ball and control the game a little bit more. And that's my issue. That's why I'm worried about the sustainability of the system. There's always this impression, this note in my stomach when the game is going through, watching the opposition having too much of the ball, and it's almost like they're trying, and we will owe our salvation to how bad they execute, and then we will owe us scoring any goals to any mistake they made while trying to progress the ball. And I don't like that part of it. But today, I mean, we'll take the 2-2 like that, and then we'll move on to the next game. But the test has always been to see how we play against a low block. And I will not say that we failed the test, but we were not convincing. So I'll just stop there.
Go ahead, Trebles. Go ahead. Give me your match. Listen, people, I'm not asking you to become a member. I'm not asking you to give me money. I'm asking you just to like that effing video. What's wrong with you lot? Just like the video. We're shadow banned. It's clear everybody to see. There's been nearly 300 people in here, and then nobody's liking the video. We've not even got to 100 likes yet. What are we doing out here?
It's cost you zero money. It's cost you lot zero money. Like, share, subscribe. Big up everybody. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Listen, you see today we got a draw, and the only positive thing I'm gonna actually take from this game is we didn't lose. Otherwise, I would have been mad. I'm not gonna lie, I would have went very crazy. But Nuruddin, your point that you just made. Listen, I'm actually you see when it comes to football and why I come to this panel because of the hard work that you put on in the channel. Big yourself up. You know what I'm saying? And you always talk. You're the realist, and you're not negative. You're always the real. You just keep it real. That's how it is. I want to say something. He talked about in-game management. Yeah, Amran. Yeah, I've watched him for 11 months now. Yeah, since it's 11 months yesterday. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Yeah, It's nearly a year.
12 months. It's been a year. It's been a year.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a year. It's been a year. My bad, people. It's been a year. What? Okay, look here. Normally, sometimes in a match reaction, after you trying to control your temper, but I'm baffled. I'm literally shocked. I'm not one of these guys. I try to be positive here. Last week, the week before, we got back-to-back wins. We went to Brighton, our bogey team, we won 4-2. Fair enough. Today's game, yeah. Can someone tell me why the fuck? Sorry, my language here. Why the hell does this manager keeps putting on defenders when we're trailing 2-1 before Ahmad scored? This does not happen just once. It happens often. And I have to tell you this. As much as I hate the owners, this manager is never winning us a trophy. I guarantee you, I'll bookmark it. His in-game management is shocking. In life, if you are chasing the game, you put on attackers. Where's Xerxes? Where's Manu? Why can't you bring them on? I've sussed out two things, Nuruddin. Amran is a coward. He's the sort of people you'll get punched on the face and he won't defend himself. He is a coward. I'll say here, he is a coward. Yeah, and you know
Trevor,
what?
can I try to answer that?
You can. 1 second. Any other given day, if you actually watch that game, Nuruddin, you watched the first half, we could have been dead and buried. Yeah, if it wasn't for what's the guy's name? Lemon saves. Yeah, we would have been dead and buried. If they were more clinical, we would have been dead and buried first off. Yeah, credit where it's due. Nottingham Forest. Yeah, they got what they wanted. I'll take a point. In any other circumstances, I would have taken it. I would have taken it even today, because if really and truly is, I'm out off the line. We did not try to go there and try to come back in the game and try to win. Yeah, we came there for a fucking draw. This manager is not it. And I keep saying it for a long time. I give him his flowers if he wins games, but I look at it in the long-term vision. This guy, the way they sing his glory days are coming back and this and that is all, you know what, the song is a tricky song, but it's not accurate. Yeah, the tune is tricky, it's not accurate, because every single time I watch this guy, he plays defense. And this obsession with Diego Dallo, the upper guard attack. Listen to me, this guy has got Eric Ten Hag sacked. He's gonna get you sacked. Do you know what I want Amra to do? Keep playing Dallo. You're gonna face the consequences. Leach is back now, yeah, of injury, and Luke Shaw. You could play Shaw wing back, you could play Leach on the back three with Euro and Delict. But you what you're gonna do? Upper guard attacks. This guy has got your fucking nudes, bro. Every single time you fucking play him, week in, week out, and we see us fans frustrated. Imagine you go to the game, see fucking Dallo stinking up the fucking place, and he keeps playing, and he can't even give fucking Kobe as Xerxes minutes. This manager's criminal, and I struggle to defend him because deep inside, guys, yeah, I'm frustrated because I want this guy to prove me wrong, but he's proving you right that he's an ultimate fucking fraud. Sorry, you lot can go, man. I'm fucking head's hot, man.
Trevor, I agree with what you just said, but you just provide the answer, actually. I think he's not brave enough. I won't go to say he's a coward, but he's not brave enough. In his system, I think we all say that the wing backs are the outlet, and those wing backs have to be high up the pitch. But he's kind of finding a compromising not to expose his system by just if he open up the right hand side with Ahmad hugging the touchline, then he can compress the left hand side by bringing Dalot and Luke Shaw low on our half of the pitch and keeping it that way, therefore depriving us of any outlet on the left hand side. I think it's a matter of bravery. When you play with, I think we went through this already. When you play with 3 defenders, there's no reason that you shouldn't open up the pitch on both sides. And he's worried that if he does, his system is going to be exposed. The same thing that happened with Bruno. He figured out that if he released Bruno in the 2-man midfield and Bruno go forward, Casemiro is going to be left there by himself, and the system is still going to be exposed because his center back will not step into the midfield, will not be aggressive enough. So he's just not brave. That's all. Sometimes as a coach, you have to trust your players. You have to trust your defenders, and you have to trust your players in their ability to keep the ball and execute the system the way it's practiced in training. But he just don't trust his players, and he's not making things easier for himself by playing Dalot. And that is also, he's hamstrung to his system. He's hamstrung to a certain profile of personnel. We don't know why, and that's the reason why we have the issue that we have.
But listen, this is the thing. I can't keep blaming Dalot. You have to keep blaming the guy that keeps playing him. The thing with him is, yeah, you're saying he's not brave enough, etc., X, Y, Z. I hear that, yeah. But then again, if that's the case, he should not be in a job. You have to make brave. You have to make bold decisions. You have to make brave decisions. You have to. Because these kind of things are the games against Anfield, the games against Brighton. He made big decisions and we won the game. If you know the guys having stinkers, you hooked them up. Fair enough. Why can't you put Xerxes on for Cunha or Sesko if they're having bad games? Why can't you put Manu on? You know why? I just don't understand. I don't understand. Amaranth, you want to win. You talked about before the game. We want to maintain this. We want to win. I don't think he's a man that wants to win. And I hate to say, and this is why Nuruddin, I say one game at a time. And you know what they said after that? We're title contenders. You know what I put on tweet today, Nuruddin? We're title pretenders. No fucking way is. Listen, if I want to talk about league titles, yeah, a manager has to be brave. And you've just mentioned it now. He's not brave. Yeah, putting on defenders when you're trailing 2-1, it's not a manager that can challenge us or win us a Premier League. And I can guarantee you, I'll bookmark this, he is not even winning us an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup if he's here. Because his in-game management, it stings. It's in the gutter. And I've seen it for 11 months. He's not been here 3 months. He's not been here 6 weeks, guys. He's not been here 1 month. He's been here 1 year, more than 11 months. And from 1 year, he's been doing exact the same thing. Yeah.
Let me go to let me go to SK.
Yo.
Can you give me 3 things that you like from today's game?
Yeah, today's game, resilience from the team, because like if you look at the past couple of games, Anfield away, we 1-1 and then we go on to score. Today it is 2-1 when it's just fucking freakish goals and we go on to score at the end and could have maybe gone to win the game. So there is that. What's gonna say today? Who played well? It's hard, because like you said, we didn't really play that well today. But the issues that you were saying, I don't think Casemiro or Bruno were an issue this game. I didn't feel that they were prepping us down with shots. Look at the 2 goals that they scored. It was from the same angle, same cross on that side, and 2 headers. So they weren't peppering our shots with goal. First half, Lemens made some saves, but expecting to make those saves. Nothing world class about them. Just nothing really goals going on there. No really clinical shots. So that's whatever. But the other thing today, I'd say, bro, it's hard. Honestly, it is really hard. Honestly, it's just a team mentality. It's just the best thing today. Nothing else in the game was really noteworthy. Like, this was good. It was all pretty shit. But for me, you can't blame the manager's system or is my management today for why we lost? For maybe why we didn't go on to win the game, yeah. But his team selection was fine. The defenders at the back have cost 2 fucking crosses, and we've conceded 2 goals. That's nothing to do with the manager's tactics, because when we won 3 games in a row, no one was talking about the manager system. People did the opposite, actually. At Anfield, people said his tactics worked. That's why we beat Liverpool away. Against Brighton, it was fine. Today, he did have to change the tactics. He's not done it, and it is what it is. But like the manager said after the game, if this was last year, we would have lost this game. We would have conceded more goals, no mentality, no hope, no nothing. So I don't understand it. It's, you know, when it's going right, no one says nothing about the system. You draw 1 game, all of a sudden, this all comes back up. I don't understand it. People need to be consistent. And it's the same people that talk about this manager won't win nothing and consistency and style of play and man management that wanted Ten Hag sacked. So if you wanted Ten Hag sacked and you wanted this guy in, you need to look in the mirror, because you've asked this upon yourself. That manager come in, won 2 trophies, bounced because you said you didn't like him. That everyone wanted him gone. Now this is what you have. So just suck it up, people. This is what you have. But from what I've seen from recent, a year, is we've won 3 on the bounce. We've played a bit better football. Defensively, shown us up a little bit. Yes, there is the donut in midfield, but again, it's what can you do until you paper it up? Until you get someone like Anderson in there, you literally have to play with what you got. I don't blame the managers today, the system, or anything to do with him as to why we didn't win the game, or why we conceded the 2 goals. If you wanted to say it's the system or man management,
can you explain why is he putting on defenders? Yeah, when there's attackers there when you're trying to win the game. Explain,
every game. So historically,
I'm specifically talking about today. I'm not talking about the Brighton and Liverpool. Today's game, which is not.
Okay, well, I'll talk about the previous game. So his whole tenure as a manager, what he likes to do, because he plays 5 at the back, he always likes to make at least 2 substitutions a game in terms of defense. You'll always see it. There's always a centre back substitution and there's always a full back substitution, because his wing backs go up and down. No one really plays a back 5. Only other one that is Glasner, right? So you're playing back 5 in the league. He always makes a defensive substitution in terms of a wing back. He always does it. Most games. Anfield, it was Ahmad. Today it was Delo. If you look past his tenure at Man United, even today he's done the same, because they run up and down. He's not started Dogu, so he brings him on. That's fine. Same with Mazraoui. They come on, great. So that's why you bring them on. As to why he's not playing Kobe, I don't understand. As to why he's not playing Xerxes, he's never favoured him. For whatever reason, he's just never favoured him. So he's publicly said, I want to go. So that's fair enough. Saeed maybe made a good point saying that, did the subs he brought on last week, did he think, I don't want to do that again, so I'm not going to bring them on? And then you replied saying, well, it's a different game, innit? You shouldn't go off the last result. And I hear what you're saying there, Nuruddin, but there is a little bit in the back of your mind where you say, these 2 players aren't match fit. Can I bring them on to try and help us win the game? We could do the opposite. We could have lost 3-1. So, do you know what I'm saying? It's a catch-22 either way. But like Faz asked you, if you were to take 10 points out of the available 12, you would take it. So we've took these amount of points now. We've took 7. We win the next game against Tottenham that I've lost, by the way. Our home form's not that great, but they've lost. We beat Tottenham away. All of a sudden, it looks a bit better. Look, I don't understand why people are upset. No one here in the right mind said United are in a title race, right? Most people wouldn't say we're finishing in the top 8. Okay, so why are you upset that we've drawn to Nottingham Forest when we're on course?
Fans gassed me, Eski. You know what? Because I watched some bullshit game and fans gassed it to pretending that I'm negative. When I just said, people, stop it. I keep giving context to Liverpool. Liverpool have been horrendous. We beat them.
That's true.
Even in the last minute. We beat Sunderland, promoted teams. Amarim always beats promoted teams. And then we beat a very open and a team that conceded a lot of goals, Brighton. And all of a sudden, we're the greatest fucking team.
No. But before them games, Nuruddin, Brighton. Go on.
Mumbai, give me 3 things what will impress you from the game today. Let's see if you're honest.
The mentality of the team. I thought we were the better team, to be honest. Apart from really, they had spells in the game. Our keeper didn't make no saves. He made what?
Second half.
In general, for me, they had spells in the game.
In the second half, we're with a better team.
Debatable, but first half, but overall the game, bro, I think Man United are the better team. You just have a 5-minute spell of madness, but I thought there was some great play, especially when we were getting pushed high. There was some great passages of play to get out of the press.
Go on.
So for me, bro, the mentality was good. Some of the play was good, and I liked some of the performances. I thought Cunha's performance was good today. Lots of people said he's no good, but there's things I liked about his performance. I don't think Delo did anything particularly bad today. That goal, he's come from behind him, he's not seeing him, and he's took the ball away from him. But It's nothing to do with him in terms of the goal. I don't see anything.
The second goal.
Yeah, the second goal. I don't see any issue with that. The ball takes a deflection, bro, as it's crossed and it loops up in the air. Yeah.
He's ball watching though.
Bro, but the guy comes from behind him. As soon as the ball lands in front of him, if you watch it, he goes to react, but he's not going to react now because the guy's come from behind him, got his foot there. It's either going to be a penalty and it's gotten away from him.
You have to hold your line though.
Okay,
If you're not going to win the ball, you have to hold your line surely. Because if that ball spins in behind, he's offside. He doesn't hold his line. He's in front of the play. The ball's in the air. He runs off behind him, like he said. But if he's on line with the other defenders, if our defenders fail to get it, no one can get that second ball. It either goes for a header on target from the guy, and the keeper has to call into play, or he's offside. Delo's played my man on side. That's what's poor. I'm not asking him to jump up and win the ball, but I'm saying if you're nowhere near the ball, don't just start. He's literally like this. He's looking up at the ball in front of the defense. So Dave tried to deal with it. He's fucked up and he just stood there, reacted late, and it's a goal. He has to stand in line with his players. That's what the issue is there.
Joe, do you know, for me, it's happening so quickly. When the ball takes a deflection and now it's a melee inside the box, it lands where it lands. He goes to react to it, but the guy comes from behind him. So for me, I don't know. I think it's a little bit harsh. And the first goal, it's Ahmad on Gibbs-White. That's one thing. Ahmad is top. He's not going to be winning headers.
No.
So you know what I mean? It is what it is.
I kind of disagree with that though. On the first goal,
he needs to he got bullied.
Guys, let's put everything. Let's put the whole things in context.
Give me the three things that you saw today. Do you have three things that were good United did today? I'm shocked that Boumbaye thinks that we were good in the second half. That was one of the most woeful second halves, except for the last 10 minutes.
Bro, do you know, with regards to the substitutions, my personal take on it is I have no issues with the substitutions at all. None at all. What's Kobe Mino going to do that Bruno is not going to do for you?
Bruno was Dogshite.
No, but what's Kobe Mino going to do in my mind?
He might be better. Kobe's good at getting goals. Kobe, in big moments, he turns up and gets goals.
In my eyes,
what are you waffling about?
In my eyes, Xerxes and Kobe Mino are not going to make no big difference. Cunha is having.
What are you waffling about? Honestly,
bro, Cunha and Bruno being on the pitch.
You're biased against your players. I am shocked. Him and Casemiro were Dogshite by himself. Elliot Anderson bullied them all by himself. It was embarrassing.
Kobe Mino on is not going to change
levels above them. Levels. What you want about Boumbaye? That is an absolute howler from you. Howler.
No, bro, it's not. It's not a howler. What is Kobe Mino going to offer you in this particular situation, in this game, or Xerxes? I like Xerxes. I like Kobe Mino. But I'm not taking Bruno or Cunha off in this game. I'm keeping them on. Bruno hit the post. We could have won it at the end. We were going for the win. We were pushing for the win, but you also have to understand
we were not pushing for the win. We were not pushing for the win. We were pushing not to lose the game. We didn't have enough time on the clock at that point.
We could have won the game though. We had chances in the latter part of the game, didn't we?
I just want to look at everything in context.
And you know, like bringing on Dogu, you know, I don't know what the big issue is. Because you also don't want to lose the game. If you go balls out just to attack, bro, you can leave yourself exposed. And this is the biggest criticism.
You are already losing the game. You're already losing the game. We're 2-1 down.
Yeah, but we're still in the game.
There was plenty of time. Yeah, you're right. There's like half an hour left. Yeah.
Still in the game, bro. One of the criticisms, sorry, Luani, just to caveat that. One of the biggest criticisms of Slot has been, what is wrong with you that you think a point is a bad thing and you just put all the attackers on and lose the game? They're a dangerous team. So if you want to just start piling attackers on and vacate space, we're already struggling against them. They work hard, man. That's one thing they do. They're grafters with Yates and that Jesus guy and Anderson and the other guy you mentioned. They're a good team. They're a good team.
If they are a dangerous team, then by that token, every single team that's in the bottom of the league is a dangerous team. They are at the bottom of the league for a reason. Or you play a team that have not won a lot of games this season. They just got their manager changed. Their confidence is out the door. They lost some of their best players in their best winger in Elanga, and their starting striker Chris Wood was not fit. They have some issues too. We came into this game and we're looking at our coach. We say, hey, we just won 3 games in a row against quality opposition. Maybe this is the best way for us to carry on. Let's make it 4 in a row.
Let's see what Forest go on and do. Let's see what Forest go on and do in the coming months.
So you do you think that they're going to click from here? I don't think they're good enough.
What I said at the start was what impressed me today was how Sean Dyche has decided to approach this game. And yesterday on the show, I was thinking, you know what, if it's a low block counter-attack, which is what I know Sean Dyche for, then that's one thing. But one of the difficulties of this game is we're not quite sure what to expect because you haven't had the chance to watch Nottingham Forest under Sean Dyche. Only one game. And this was what was mentioned by the manager and Jason Wilcox when he was interviewed before. It's, they are where they are. But Nottingham Forest, bro, came 5th last year. It's not about only having the.
Sondage doesn't do anything different than Sondage does. He did the 4-2-3-1, and then he mid-blocked the whole thing, and then low block at the time. Everybody just. I don't even see.
Listen. Today, Sean Dyche pushed the high line from the get-go, and they pressed very high. That's not what I associate. That's not what I was expecting. This team, Nottingham Forest, we're just looking at Man United now and lambasting everything because they are in relegation. It's a false reading. It is a false reading. They have got a lot of quality players. A lot of quality players they've got. They've got Gibbs White. They've got the 2 other midfielders, the one you're buzzing about, Nuruddin.
Okay,
they've got good defenders. So I think it's a false reading.
I've heard enough. I've heard enough from you today. This is the excuses the coach gives. Just it like Cunha playing between the lines. If you look at the match, we need a guy in the box. Benjamin Sesko is the best for that sometimes. What the fuck are you talking about? Benjamin Sesko hardly got a kick in the second half. You couldn't even cross the ball to him. You couldn't get him in the game. You left him isolated because you refused to fucking make changes.
Who would you have brought on?
About here?
Who would you have brought on?
Who's gonna?
Are we children? Are we children?
No. Calm down, man. Who would you have brought on?
Like you're talking to fucking kids. Do not insult our intelligence.
Who would you have brought on to change the game? Who would you have brought on? Who's going to come on and change the way that we play?
No. The reason why we couldn't even get the crossing in the first place is because we're too one-dimensional. We all focus on Mbeumo and Ahmad, and we all know Mbeumo and Ahmad are not popular for putting crosses in. Ahmad is gonna stand his defender up. He's gonna cut in and shoot, or cut in and lay it off. Our right, we don't have any outlet on our left-hand side, and that is also the issue. We're too one-dimensional. That's also why our striker is starved. We're supposed to play with both sides of the pitch, and that's, for me, it's almost like you look at the way Amorim does his thing. He come out with something until somebody figure it out, and then he tried to change it again. But you have to be proactive. You can coach like that.
I'm sorry, but this is an insult to every United fan's intelligence. This is shocking. This quote is shocking. That is fucking shocking. We're not
How? Explain it.
No,
explain it.
Be quiet. I've heard enough from you tonight. Just calm down.
You're just shouting and ranting and raving. Explain yourself.
I have heard enough. This is shameful. That is shameful. That is shameful quote. Sesko was nowhere to be seen. How many years have we talked about playing up from striker for Manchester United because you don't have stability in midfield to play from, right? We don't have control of the midfield like in the game today, so that we can actually when you have a midfield, I'll explain this to you, Bombay, and I'll explain to all of you. It's simple. I am not a genius. I don't think I know it all, but I know this in football. When you control the midfield of a game, you control the tempo of a game. What then you can do is have a base in the middle of the park where you can maybe ask your striker to come short. You maybe hit the channels. You might be able to hit it up to him for him to hold it and play it off him. You'd be able to do that. How can you do that when one guy is bullying us all and then this guy gets left isolated and then you make these excuses? So the sub today would have been take this guy up, bring Mount on, so that make sure that with Hudson-Odoi coming in from the left and with Gibbs White, we didn't get outnumbered. Because Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro on the ball, physically, they offer nothing in terms of challenges. They offer nothing in terms of putting the tackle on somebody.
Can I ask you a question?
They're easily fucking bullied. They get.
Do you know that quote? What is it in response to what was the question?
Let me finish. For him
What's
to
the
say
question?
Bullshit. For him to say this fucking bullshit, to say, oh, well, we thought guy in a box. Where? Who? How do
Yeah,
we
but
get
what's
a
the
box?
question that he was asked to reply that? That's what you want to know. What's the question? Has
He
he
didn't
been
have
asked?
a fucking touch in the second half.
Oh,
What are we talking about?
You just make
It's not just Sesko. I'm talking about our 2 10s as well. Bruno and Mbomo and Cunha, right? I'm curious to know how many touch Mbomo and Cunha has in the second half compared to Bruno and Casemiro. I'm curious because they at a point they also disappeared in the game, both of them. That's my worry.
You know why? Do you know why, Luwani? Because Elliot Anderson marked Mbeumo out the game. Mbeumo is our only creative guy, but Mbeumo is not your natural number 10. Mbeumo is a guy who likes to stretch. He likes to play on the shoulder of the last guy out wide, more about space. He's not all. He likes to have it 2 feet in the pocket when you've got control of the midfield. Then he likes to go in. That's what he likes to do. That's what he likes to do. So when you've got them both dropping, both 10s, and then he can't, he's facing towards his own goal. Eski, how are you making Mbeumo face towards his own goal? He's not going to do anything if he's facing towards his own goal. He preferred to be on the shoulder out wide where he can, drive, cross the ball, or have a shot.
No, but based on that, but if he's constantly always on the last man, which I agree is his best position, he's always on the last man. If he's on the last man, then who helps that midfield? We still have that donut in there. You muted.
Cunha dropped in. Cunha was taking the ball Cunha was kept getting fouled today from our own area, and we don't do any tactical fouling. We don't do any fucking. This team, it's so nice. It's too nice. It's too fucking pretty. They don't want to fucking get stuck in. And then you saw it. People are walking past Casemiro and Bruno when they've got the ball. It was embarrassing. Both of them positionally shocking today, Luani. Shocking.
The consensus, I understand what you're saying, Trevor, right? The consensus with the football is that when the midfield is too congested, you move the ball out wide to decongest the midfield, and then after that you can come back to the midfield and build up your play from there. But we all our outlets out wide are inside, are all in the midfield. Dalo, Luke Shaw was there, Mbomo was there, Cunha was there, Casemiro was there, Bruno was there. It's too much. We don't have any width. I was watching the Liverpool game today. Every time they have the ball, they move it out wide and force the other team to split up. And then the space start appearing in the middle for Gravenberch. And that's an issue that I wish the coach could address. Don't keep the system dynamic enough to allow the players to make some decision of their own. Give them option when we're building up play so they can have, more than one passing option, either in the midfield or either on out wide. So I'm still confused. The one thing, the positive that I can say that I saw today was that I think he permanently ditched the high press team and opted in favor of a mid block. And then the partnership between Ahmad and Mbomo yes, it's still clicking because that's the only spot our our dangerous play is coming from. But it's still too early for me to say we have achieved a level where we can observe a consistency that we can apply game in, game out. We still have weakness toward this team. When we're talking about the first goal that Forest scored, we're talking about the defender's mistake. No, it's a goal that is a well-worked goal. They took the ball, they worked it to the wing, they crossed the ball. So a reason why ball get crossed in football, and you're not expecting Ahmad to be able to mark somebody who's taller than him, who's clearly, out jump him. He's not going to work. That was a work goal, and that's my issue with the game, because we allow Forest to have the ball and keep trying. And every time I feel like we owe our salvation to the fact that they were messing up their execution in the final third. I don't look at how many saves our goalkeeper make. I look at that pass before the final pass, or that if they have a couple of runners, they try to pump the ball and the ball does not go in because maybe the guy put too much on the ball go for a throw out, or one of our defenders did the last D-stacker to block the ball. But those things kind of, it can make, I look at it and make me detail like, wow, they one hair away from being in. And that's not the kind of situation I have. When you look at Arsenal, people are like, oh, Arsenal is the best defense in the league. Yeah, they're the best defense in the league because most of the time they're controlling the game. They have the ball all the time. We don't have the ball enough to dictate outcome and prevent the opposition to do it, to keep trying. These guys scored 2 goals today within 3 minutes. How is that even possible? That means that when they scored the first goal, the ball came to us. We couldn't even calm the game down. Say, hey, you know what? They just scored. They just equalized. Let's pass the ball. Let's draw them in a little bit, and then we can go long or something. We just give them the ball right back, and boom, they score again. That's the situation I'm talking about. If we're going that way, we're going to be losing some game in some weird fashion.
Can I just say something? Yeah. Because last week against Brighton, yeah, I think that was a very good performance, yeah. I really like that. I think the Anfield game, to extend, it was a good performance too. Yeah, we got to win. Yeah, I think the Brighton one, I think.
I don't know what happened to Trevor.
Hello? Yep.
Listen.
Sometimes when we're winning a game 1-0, yeah, against opposition like Forest or anything, yeah, I just want to know, yeah, why don't even watching today's game, why did we trying to go for a second goal or trying to kill the opposition off? Why are we waiting for them to come back in the game? This is the problem. This is the problem. I just want to know.
We sat back like cowards. Let me bring Ben in. Ben, go ahead, Ben. So how did you see that game?
Yeah, big up, people. Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, big up, guys. Make sure you smash the likes, people. Good evening, everyone. Look here, people. I can't really stay for long. Mrs. has a few guests over for Halloween tonight, so I'll just say my 2 pence. Look here, I don't know obviously what the panel's been discussing, but I'm disappointed, man. I think it's 2 points dropped today. I think defensively, absolutely diabolical. Ahmad, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, bro. Show a bit of strength. You play for Manchester United, man. Show a bit of strength to Morgan Gibbs-White. Honestly, bro, I don't care if you're an attacker or if you're a fucking wing-back or whatever. Do your duty right in the air. Honestly, and I'm not going to get too much on that, Ahmad. Delete, Euro, and Shaw, man. This is Sunday League shit, man. How on earth can we concede 2 goals, losing aerial duels, and they just get straight into our box and score? It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I had no faith in this team. I predicted a draw because I don't have any faith in this fucking team. And the whole squad was absolutely dreadful today. I thought, do you know what? I don't know what a lot of people have been saying about him, but I think he was probably the only decent player we've had, and it was probably Casemiro. Casemiro was probably the only decent player that played today. And Mbeumo was shocking. Ahmad was.
The ball. What
is that you?
What did Casemiro contribute off the ball? What did him and Bruno contribute off the ball? Zilch.
But it's not. But it's not even. But it's not even. It's defensive. It's
run over second half.
Yeah. No, right. Anyways, right. I thought
Ben,
Casemiro
is that really you?
I thought Casemiro was solid, like throughout, or like because they had a few set pieces. I thought Casemiro dealt with them very, very well. And you know what? Our set pieces were dangerous because every duel that we won was always Casemiro. Casemiro was like our focal point of our set pieces. So as much as we were shocking today, Norden, I still think Casemiro was shit today. But if I was to find a player who was, solid in that sense, it would be Casemiro. But no, I thought the whole squad was absolutely shocking. Sesko, awful. Cunha, greedy fucker. And Ahmad, how fucking dare you to, fucking pick a pass. I'm sick to death of these greedy fuckers coming to Man United and not picking a fucking pass. Fucking play into Sesko. Sesko's meant to be on our vocal point. Like, what's with all this shit? No. Let me continue. I thought Le Mans, look, I don't blame Le Mans with those two goals we conceded, man. Like, how can he? You've got fucking 3 defenders for fighting for one fucking ball in the fucking air, and they can't even fucking win a header, man. Like, a Sunday League team could do better than that shit, man. But here, finally, people, I want to get on to this bastard, man. I'm so sorry, Bombay. I know you're not gonna like this at all, man. But the reason why we conceded 2 goals was not because of tactics. It was because of the mentality of the fucking team. When Nottingham Forest scored that goal, scored that first goal, what does Bruno do? Nothing. Gets back in, jogs back like as we fucking, wee sminny.
Just cut off mid-sentence.
He's spontaneously combusted now. He's done. He's blown a microchip.
Did I hear him very well? He compliment Bruno?
No, impossible. Not Ben.
Before he comes back, yeah, he's actually right, yeah, because I was actually going to tweet. There was a pass on Ahmad that you could have gave Sesko first off. That would have been a golden opportunity. This is what happens countless of times. These guys, they love to hug the ball like they're Messi. Roll past the fucking ball, allergic to passing. It's like they don't want to. I know Ahmad scored a goal. Wonderful. He saved us. Brother, he needs to learn to pass the ball. Just like we gave Brian and Ben with the ball against Liverpool. These kind of passes. Pass the fucking ball. It's not rocket science. Sesko would have scored. Pass the ball. Continue, Ben, if you're still here.
I think you know what? I think Tamu makes a good point. One thing that is in today, the balls come into the box a bit too easily. It's like a free cross. To just take your time and pick somebody out. You got to close that shit down. We got 5 at the back. You got to get out to them quicker. Stop the balls coming in.
This is what I'm talking about. They don't do that. Brighton was exactly the same. Exactly the fucking same. Sunderland, I was there with my own eyes. It was exactly the same. Go and look at how many times Brighton was so easy to get inside our box. Nottingham Forest were doing it at will. At fucking will as well today. So please, when people tell me, oh yeah, we got a new system, coach is doing this, doing that. No, he hasn't. We are fucking shit. And too many of you were getting gassed. Getting way too fucking gassed.
Oh, forget that, man.
When we concede cross goal, I don't tend to blame. Look, I don't tend to blame our players too much, right? Because as a defender, it's harder to head the ball away from your goal when you're running toward it. So if you and your the striker that's attacking the ball jump, he definitely got the momentum and the jump on you. That's for a reason why every system is by default working the ball to the wing and crossing it. So the only issue I have in the game is the approach. When they scored that, when we came back on the second half, we let them have the ball, and that shouldn't be the case. We should have a certain level of control on that game so that they don't have the ball and do what they do. They score in quick succession.
Luani, there was Eski. There was not 5 minutes or 10 minutes in this game that I thought Manchester United were in control.
Yeah, we were not in control. I agree with that. We were not. It's the approach. That's all. We're not.
We know Anderson's sick though. He's a sick player, and we're patching up holes with Bruno and Casemiro in there. We're still in transition. Anyone that thought we were in a title charge, top 4 race, they just, it was never the case. Yeah, big up Khalees, man. I found at the wedding, innit? And big up Ben. Yeah, you have to go duty calls. But look, yeah, everyone knows on this panel, we know we're in a transition still with this manager, yeah? Last year was experimenting, whatever.
It's Dogshite.
No, but Nuruddin, it's every manager. No, hold on. No, hold on. No.
We're playing on moments, MC from players to turn up.
No.
And today, when Mbeumo got shut down, he didn't go to Mbeumo. You go to that side and actually bring Cunha on this side so that you take Elliot Anderson away. He's their best defensive midfielder, their best attacking midfielder. Take him out of the pitch. You just take him somewhere else because he's man marking you. None of that. In terms of reading the game, in-game management, coach did fuck all. And then he comes out and he insults our fucking intelligence. Talks about he kept Sesko on. For what reason? Sesko did not have a touch in the fucking second half.
No, but
hold
on.
What are we doing here?
If you brought on Xerxes for Sesko, though, like you're saying, bring on Xerxes, right? If you bring on Xerxes for Sesko, put Mount up top or Cunha up top, no one was passing the ball to the striker anyway. So what tactical change, Nuruddin, would you have done to get the ball to the striker?
I would have just brought Mount on and then you
know
what? Actually, no, bring him in midfield to help out. So
for who?
Get control of the midfield.
For Bruno. Would you take Bruno off him out?
No, take Sesko off because nobody stopped passing to any of the strikers.
So who goes up top?
An extra midfielder in the middle, and then to take a bit more control of the game. And then you say to Mbeumo, let me finish. Instead of coming short, you go on the last man so that there's space for Cunha and people for man to operate. So you go to Mbeumo, you play out wide on top. You play on that last man. And you know what we'll do? Cunha will drop in and we'll bring Mount on so that at least, because when Mbeumo stretches, there's going to be space because the centre-halves, they've got nobody to mark. They're going to be a bit confused. His in-game management is fucking zilch.
No, then I agree with Husky on this one, because
watch along with Saeed. I am sitting there and I'm noticing straight away that Hudson-Odoi is coming off the left wing, coming inside, and they're bumping the ball around Bruno and Casemiro. Is easy pass. Andy Anderson picking up the ball, playing straight through the lines, and Hudson-Odoi is turning on our defense. How many times did Hudson-Odoi turn on our defense? How many times was Gibbs White running at our back four? How many times in this fucking donut? But he'll tell you, he won't change it because it's Bruno and Casemiro. What a bullshit thing is this? I'm not talking about titles. I'm talking about you've been here for a fucking year.
No, then I agree with Husky by changing Sesko alone. It will not be enough to affect the game. I'm talking about
the midfield, Duani. I don't think you're hearing me. We're getting outrun and outplayed. So you say to listen, please let me do this. Elliot Anderson marked Mbeumo. Mbeumo kept coming back. The same tactics we used against Brighton and against Liverpool. So when the second ball was going up, Mbeumo and Cunha both dropping in. What that meant is that mid block that you talked about, Lubani, they blocked us out. They kept winning the ball back. They kept winning the ball back against us, and we couldn't get anywhere. And Mbeumo is completely locked out. So what you say is, by taking Elliot Anderson, so he's going to be man marked, right? You say to Mbeumo, you play on the shoulder. You be the deepest guy. Elliot Anderson is out of the way. It's out of the way. Then Cunha can drop in. If you bought Mount on, we might have had a bit of control. Match them at least in midfield.
No, what I think he should have done.
From the base of the midfield, then we might be able to attack.
What I think he should have done is, if he was taking Sesko out for Xerxes, he needed to give Xerxes two outlets, one on the left or one on the right. Whether you want to play Mbeumo and Cunha as a two striker, then that will give Xerxes the ability to be able to turn and either pop it up on the left over the shoulder or on the right if he wants to. But changing Sesko alone for Xerxes without making that adjustment on the left side as well, maybe bringing to Dogu will not solve our problem. The issue I think we have today has more to do with the approach, because we don't play with the midfield, and most of the time we play on the wing. But now you sacrifice one side of the wing to stack up the midfield, and then making the other side of the wing predictable, which is made it easy for Nottingham Forest to block Mbomo and Ahmad, and therefore we didn't have anything. I didn't think they dominated us today. The game just went in moment. We have about five. No, we have
in the bottom three, Luwani, who are low on confidence. They've got a record for being.
We have 61% of possession.
Premier League team to ever have 3 fucking managers. They have the lowest confidence you can ever. And here we are going. Early Christmas presents and gifts.
No, I thought they dominated us today until I went and looked at the stat. We passed the ball almost twice as they did, and we have 60%, 61% possession to their 40-something. What it made me, so I went back and looked back. It looked like the only issue we had today is that we had the ball in areas that did not matter. That's the reason why it didn't translate into shot on target in terms of shot.
Where were we passing
we almost have the same amount of shot on target as they are.
Between the centre halves, where we were passing the ball. We were passing the ball in our own half between the 3 centre halves.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's not like they run through us. No. When we get the ball, we didn't use it even when the ball went to our strikers, we didn't use it in an economical way to put that ball away. Like Ben was saying, it's very important to notice that all our strikers were kind of greedy today. Even Ahmad was greedy. What's his name? Sesko was not even economical in possession too. I know most of the ball didn't get to him, but the ones that got to him, he didn't use it. He was playing in the box with his head down. He was also snapping a shot. So, I mean, when you're a low possession team and you decide to play that kind of football, you have to be economical with the ball you got, or just make it count or be efficient. We didn't do that.
Me.
On mute, Nuruddin.
Nuruddin.
He's on mute. Is it only me?
On mute. I can't hear him. No,
he's on mute.
Right, 1 second, people. We've got more people who have got involved in the poll than we've got people who like the video. Shocking. Anyway, I asked who's the blame for that Dogshite performance. I put 3 options. The 3 options are players, coach, or both. And at the moment, 43% is both. Players and coach. Players 30%, coach 27%, and both 42%. It's absolutely shocking. Nottingham Forest have not scored goals. Nottingham Forest have been dogshite. Nottingham Forest are the only Premier League team in the history of the Premier League
hold on.
ever to have 3 managers. Nottingham Forest are so low on confidence. They were not doing anything in that first half. Testing the goalkeeper, even though the only thing that he worked out is how to fucking take Bruno, that big donut, out of the middle. That's the only thing he did.
No, but they've also got a new manager.
What is going on with the Nottingham?
You know what's funny about this, yeah? You know what's funny about this? Just to say this, yeah? Nottingham Forest got Leeds next, then they've got Liverpool, then they've got Brighton. They'll probably lose some of them games. That's the maddest thing. It's just when this... I do... Listen, I take away Amarin and some of these players. I do feel like we have this habit of just these teams just turn up against us when it's Man United. Like next week, I'll give you an example. Yeah, we haven't beat that team that we're facing next week, Spurs, in 3 seasons. The last time we beat them in the Premier League was on the Ten Hag when Fred and Bruno scored. Yeah, that was 2022 when they had Conte as their manager. Now, Tottenham are having a blip. Yeah, they've lost a lot of their home games this season against Aston Villa, Bournemouth, and against Chelsea. They're gonna come to us. They're not gonna be Thomas Frank ain't gonna take us lightly. They're gonna be up for it, and then they'll probably lose when they face teams like Brighton or Bournemouth again. This is what Tottenham do, and this is the problem. Is I do have to question, as much as I always question the manager. Yeah, it's unfair to me. You have to question the players' mentality. These players, they don't have mentality, bro. It's every single time their heads drop. Like, I know why you say Nuruddin first goal is important. I even said this against Brighton and against Liverpool. We've got to score first. I'm with you. We've got to score first because I know if the opposition team score first, yeah, what happens? If Liverpool scored that first goal ahead of us, we wouldn't have come there and won the game. If Brighton would have scored the first goal, we wouldn't have won the game because all they would have done is control
weak football team. Tamu, please, less of the patronizing, bro. Tam, less of the patronizing, bro. We're analyzing the fucking game. We're giving solutions the coach had at his disposal, and he did fuck all. So let's not patronize each other, bro. Seriously, you're pissing me off. Stop with the patronizing. We're analyzing the game. The coach did fuck all. Not even Forest weren't great, but they didn't have to be great to fucking bully us in midfield, because he keeps persisting with Bruno Fernandes and fucking Casemiro, and both of them off the ball over Wilt.
No, but it's made a good
Can
point.
you remember this?
Bounce. Is that not true?
Can you remember this? Can you remember when Sean Dice was an Everton manager and Ten Hag was our manager when he bobbed him off the park? This is not the first time, you know. This is not the first time.
It with myself, with my own eyes. One way he did with Everton. Sean
you know
Dice
why we're angry? You know why we're angry and frustrated? You know why we're angry and frustrated? This is not the first time this happened, you know. This is not the first time, guys. You can understand our frustration. It's not the first time. When you're getting booked by Sean Dice, yeah, there has to be conversation had. I don't care who the manager is.
People also need to understand we just don't come here to criticize the manager because we don't hate the manager. The issue here is that the reality, you cannot pragmatize yourself to a Premier League title or to a top four, and you cannot build any kind of consistency by being a reactive manager. You come to a point that you have to be proactive. When Amorim is going into games and talking about he have to play to the opponent, it's something that does not sit well with me. The same way when he come after the game into a press conference and he start talking about, if it was last year, we would have lost the game. That kind of mentality doesn't sit well with me. Last year was last year. This year is a different year. It's a different league. You know, so as a coach, you shouldn't be saying stuff like that. It's almost like you're lowering the standards. So just so we can accept mediocrity.
And you come in and out because you sounds like so mad. Your sound seems like you're on a fucking train to Timbuktu.
Sounds like you're outside, doesn't it? Sounds like you're outside.
I'm honestly, I'm muted half the time, and I'm not even doing anything.
Go ahead. Even though it's better when you speak, other than when you don't speak. Maybe you should speak more often. Go ahead.
Of course, it's better when I speak, man. I'm the only guy making sense of this. You should stop. Just mute you. Stop talking. It's overkill. This is too much overkill today, guys. I'm sorry. You're getting way overboard. It's ridiculous. You are behaving as if you are in a title race. The backlash, we got a draw.
No, I'm not
behaving. My personal opinion.
I'm behaving like we played against a team in a fucking bottom three. That's what I'm behaving like. I'm behaving like a team, like fucking we played. A team that's not scored for fucking hours and hours of football games has not scored a fucking goal, and they scored 2 in 2 fucking minutes. The
level of
they don't provide a goal to save their lives. What are you waffling about?
You know what, Bumaye, I'll be honest with you, Bumaye.
In this way, bro.
Bumaye, I'll be honest with you.
Aggrieved anywhere near you. Today, for me, first half is absolutely fine. I have no issue with it. I thought we controlled large parts of the first half, my personal opinion. I wouldn't have made different substitutions. I have no issue with that. There was a moment of madness. One thing I have to do is give Nottingham Forest credit. Me personally, you have a different opinion. That's fine. I was saying yesterday. I'm
talking about, and I'm giving examples where we could make changes.
Let me. You know
what coaches do from the fucking bench? They used to have 17 players. Now in the Premier League, you can make 5 substitutions.
Bro, what happened to that New Year's resolution? I'm not gonna interrupt people. We're trying to have a conversation.
What are you waffling about?
Shouting and making.
Tell me, what are you talking about? Being watching that shite. What you
have to make room in your brain and in your mind for people's different opinions, different perceptions, different context. You're just going to have to accept that. If you can't, this is no longer a show. Whether it's me, whether it's the guys in the chat, this kind of behavior, bro, is not conducive to making any inroads into the conversation. Nottingham Forest, it's a false reading. This is more or less a team with very, very, very good players. Their defenders are very good. Their midfield
Bomaye, I agree with you. They are a good team,
bro. This team,
they are a good team, Bomaye, but we're better than them. We are better than them, right?
Listen to Dawani. We have had better players last season than many of the teams we faced, but as a collective team, they're solid. They're good. This is more or less the team of last season, minus one player, minus Wood. Okay, Wood's not playing.
Langer sold.
Bro, these guys,
you know, they were all over the place. They were all over the place a bit today. They were the only thing. Their public was the one that was carrying them. Look, as I was watching the game today, right, and the way I watch us play out of pressure sometimes make me realize that we actually have good players. We have a lot of phases of one-touch play in which
very good.
They were very good, even on the other side. And 100%. Then when Nottingham Forest have the ball, and I watch the way they try to play out of pressure, it doesn't even compare. It makes me think that we actually have our players are actually better than we selling them for. So
we do have good players. They're starting to come into their own. 10 points in 4 games. Nobody was expecting this. Are we improving as a team?
Yeah.
Or does today completely dissipate what's gone in the last 3 games or 4 games? Of course we're improving. It is a process. It is a process. If you don't like the word process and if you don't like the word project, it's not my problem. But that's the reality of this team. That's the reality of this team. We have played some really good football recently. Today, the first half, I have no issue with it. It's fine. We should have put the game to bed. We could have put the game to bed. Second half, bro, you go down 2 goals. It's a shock. It's a shocker. And Nottingham Forest, I'm sorry, they are not an 18th place team. And let's have this conversation in another month. We'll come back to this in a month. And we'll see.
Let me say this to you, Bombay. Let me say this to you. Yeah? I can guarantee you, Leeds, I don't know, because they're iffy, yeah? They're going to lose to Liverpool at Anfield, and they're going to lose to Brighton. Guarantee that's 2 games they'll lose the game. I guarantee you that. I can actually go to the bookies and put money on that they'll lose them 2 games. Why?
Right, do you expect them to win those games? Do you expect them to win those games?
Huh?
Do you expect them to win those games? This is Liverpool we're talking about. Brighton are not a shit team.
Yeah, okay. All right. But we beat them 2 teams. And how come we couldn't beat Forest team today?
So, bro, why did City lose? Why did Arsenal start badly? Why have Liverpool lost 5 games in a row?
Yeah. We beat Sunderland, but they're above us. What does it mean?
This league is like that. Spurs all of a sudden, Thomas Frank, man, wow. Then he's a shit manager. He's too big for him. Now all of a sudden he's back. Then he's not back. Maresca, Chelsea are going for top 4. All of a sudden they're shit. Unai Emery last season, what a manager
My
he
thing is, Mumbai, we're not taking advantage of you know what it is. If you want to be in the top 6 Europa League or the top 4, we're not taking advantage. That's the issue.
Can't have these kind of reactions when you don't get the exact thing that you expected to get. This is going to happen, and Ruben Amorim said it. He said, in 3 weeks' time, now I'm the Messiah. I was getting sacked before. Now all of a sudden it's clicking. We're back. He goes, in 3 weeks, maybe you're going to go back to saying Amorim out. This is a process.
Okay. He needs to stop saying the suffering.
That doesn't mean that.
No, but it's true though. Look at the reaction. It's a draw.
No, but yeah, I agree. No, I agree, Bomaye, but this is not what we brought him here for. We brought him here so we can establish a certain level of consistency.
Not overnight.
What does that mean to you, Luani?
No, it's not overnight. It's not overnight. He finished 15 last year. He have a whole year. Come on.
What does that mean to you, Luani?
But are we improving? Is there an improvement this season so far from last year? If you say no, then I'd be quiet. That's your opinion. I don't speak. If there is, you have to understand this is a process.
No, man. Bomaye, you asking me this question based off a 3-game winning streak. So you you see where I'm going? It's too early for me to say that. Listen,
Loani, me and you do this. We've done this for a few weeks. Yeah. I've come on here and said, hey, this was what I liked. This was good. I like what I'm seeing. Things started to click. You came back at me with what? No, man, it's not what I'm looking for. I know that. I'm not telling you it's the finished article yet. I am looking for signs of progression in order to stay with this manager, in order to get behind this thing, in order for me to have some faith in it. I'm getting that. But if I was getting last season stuff still now, then we're having a different conversation.
Did you not say? Did we not? Did you not say? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you not say the Nottingham Forest game? Yeah, I think it was you or someone else. It's gonna be the turning point. I don't know if it was Ben or not. Yeah. Did you not say if that's the turning point?
I said no such thing. I don't remember anybody saying a thing like that. And
okay.
Bro, look. You might have said 3 weeks ago, or I might have said 5 weeks ago. What I said yesterday is you have to understand, not just in football, in life, bro. You can't just hang on to what somebody said if the reality seems to be changing. That's wrong. You have to give somebody the chance to grow. Amorim, bro, in my book was get this guy out. I've said it categorically. I didn't want this anymore. I'm dying it. Now I'm an Amorim fan. I'm coming around because I'm starting to see change. This is just the natural reaction to what I'm seeing. And Nuruddin has not been as invested in a game of football like he was at Liverpool for a long, long, long time. And that's because whether he believes it or not, or wants to say it or admit it or not, he was emotionally invested in that game at Liverpool because we were playing well, we were making chances, and we could win that game. Otherwise, he won't be emotionally invested in no games. He's like driftwood. It's been for him. So it's up to you guys. Me, this is a way overkill reaction. Too much. No, I'm nowhere near that. It's a game. We drew it.
We also agree. We also agree that Liverpool game could have gone another way. We also agree that we just want to make sure that whoever we're playing, we're not doing a result-based analysis because of the profile of the opponent that we're playing. That's why some people set up this game as a different profile of opposition. Some people didn't mind us winning a game against Liverpool or Brighton because those teams, as we say, move their line up. They will have the ball, try to attack us, and that will play into the way we play football. But with Nottingham Forest, we will have the ball and we will have to break them down. And this is a different challenge of his own. And I'm not saying we failed, but I'm just saying that it was not convincing. So if I have to wait for that to happen, for us to beat a team that give us the ball before saying that I'm convinced, that's also okay, you know.
Listen, people.
Go on, Ben.
Yeah, apologies, guys, folks, earlier. A bit of duty calls.
Performance today.
Nerdin. I was literally about to go into that, man. Apologies, Bombay, if obviously if that's your boy, obviously, but honestly, man, the fact this fucker's at my club, man, the sooner this fucking, excuse my language to all the kids or anyone watching this, as soon as this fucking cunt gets out of my life, not Man United, out of my life to watch seeing him play football, the fucking better, man. Do you know what's crazy, man? As soon as Nottingham Forest scored that first goal, man, it is his job to go round to all the players to say, guys, it's okay. Wait, it's only 1-1. We go again.
Man.
But no, I don't see any leadership, Bombay. I just don't. How can you call yourself a captain?
This whole thing is on one player.
No. The reason why we we drew today was because of Amorim's in-game management. Shocking. Absolutely shocking, right? Bruno Fernandes as a captain of Manchester United, man, because the mentality of the players has always been a big issue for so many fucking years. Years, by the way. And also the defense, shocking. Absolutely shocking. De Ligt, Shaw, and Euro, and even Ahmad, man. It's fucking embarrassing, man. And I said it to Nurden so many fucking times. I don't believe in shit in these players, man, because the mentality is so down bad to the point where I just don't know what Man United team performance I'm going to get. And look, we can all criticize Amarim, like, but with his in-game management. But today is all down to mostly it is all down to the players, man. And like I said, man, like the Mazraoui sub was absolutely it was just so questioning. You got Kobe Manu in the bench and Xerxes in the bench. Bring them two on, or Mason Mount. Give us something. Give us something.
Ben, this is why I said, Ben, before you go, this is why I said, forget Premier League and Champions League. This guy will not even win us an FA Cup. He's absolutely, he's so clueless.
But Trebs, I don't want him sacked though. I don't want him sacked. I just don't, because if we choose to sack this fraud,
you know who'll get him sacked? Guys like
Bruno.
Dallo. Guys like Dallo.
Bruno too. Bruno too.
I don't think Bruno. No.
No, Bruno too. Bruno. I'm sorry, people. People think that Bruno's valuable because he gets assists and goals, man. I'm sorry. His job is so fucking high. He's a captain. People need to figure out this. He's a captain of a football club. I've been captain for 5 fucking games in my fucking Sunday League football career, right? And any time that the opponent scores, I go to every fucker and say, look, guys, stay composed. It's okay. We're going to get back into the game. Remember, it's 0-0. Even if you're 1-0 up, you always say, folks, it's 0-0. We go again. But no, he just doesn't. He just runs back into his fucking position and say, okay, I'm ready. Like, I honestly, man, he is a big,
someone like Roy Keane is saying, guys, someone like Roy Keane.
I'm sorry, man. He just needs to fucking get out of my club, man. Get out of my life. I can't stand him.
I don't even think
someone
Bruno has a bad game today, though.
He's shocking, Luani. He's fucking shocking.
Luani.
He's leaving Casemiro all by him fucking self.
Not today.
He's not helping.
Today he was disciplined today. He
wasn't. Can I just say
something?
Someone like Roy Keane is saying he's not captain material, yeah. If he's saying it, which is our legend, yeah, then who the fuck are we? You know what I'm saying? He's even said he's not a Manchester United captain material.
He should be Delit's a man.
And he got crucified in the comments and these Twitter versions for crucifying him.
I get it, but we have to also understand that Roy Keane played in an era, in an era that was different, in a team that was different.
Bring Roy Keane. Put Roy Keane in these teams. I want to see Roy Keane in these teams. He's either going to kill somebody or he's getting red carded every week.
Can I also give a shout out? See that left back of Nottingham Forest, Williams and Anderson. Holy fuck. What a performance. If any of us are watching, by the way, look for them two talents. That guy Williams at left back completely got Mbumo's number and Ahmad's number and even fucking Sesko's number at times. It was absolutely mental. But everything was all played through to Anderson, man. And look, this is what we need. Anderson was always vocal on the pitch. He was like, give me the ball now. Give me the ball fucking now. Whereas us, when we have the ball into our 3 centre-backs, no one's wanting the ball. Like, the 2 midfielders are not wanting the fucking ball. And that's why, Casemiro can't always do his job. Like, he has to have someone else beside him to, at least to find some form of balance.
Every time Casemiro have the ball, Bruno was not far from him at all.
I don't even want to be funny, but that guy's never going to cut his hair, you know that.
No, he's not, bro. He's not. I feel bad for him, man. I feel bad for him, man. But I'm sorry, people. We can, I'll happily say it. I'm not fucking defending.
Not today, though.
I'm not defending.
Bruno today was not. He was not undisciplined at all. When I was watching the game, I was watching him specifically to see if he's. Sometimes he made third man around, and even though we didn't have any outlets and everybody was collapsing the midfield, I didn't say him making any third man run at all. He stayed in that midfield. He stayed close to Casemiro, and sometimes we were able to build through the middle. So I don't think, and he wasn't Hollywood at all. Yes, he lost a couple of balls.
His leadership. It's his leadership, though. Luani,
you're not going to get that.
Luani, how many times did Elliot Anderson, the guy who's the captain now? I forgot this. He's the guy's name. And then how many times did Hudson Odoi and Gibbs White run past them? How many times did they run past Bruno? Like
several.
Bruno, they're not there. How many times? Eski, how many times did you see that, especially in the second half? How many times Eski, talk to this, Eski.
Okay.
Bruno, this is appalling.
It's in
No.
terms of a defensive point of view.
I've just heard people shout and scream for the past half an hour for fucking no reason. You just need to relax. We've drawn a game of football. You're acting like we were in a title race.
We're not analysing the game.
No.
We're not
No.
talking about the result.
This isn't analysing the game. No.
This isn't analysing, bro.
No. I'll analyse the game. I've heard grown men talk over each other over a game of football that no one played on the fucking pitch for. This is embarrassing. United fan base are a joke. Look, we've drawn a game of football. Okay, we're in transition. Mikel Arteta has been in the job for 7 years, and he might just win the league this year. He's still not even fucking win it. So we took him this long. We're going to go sick at a manager who didn't want to come last year. This is his first full season in charge. We've won 3 games on the spin, drawn 1 at Nottingham. We have a new manager bounce at home, and we're shit. If everyone understands we're shit, why are everyone so upset that we've not fucking won the game? If I hear it every week in, week out, Bruno's shit. He's not captain material. Amrim needs to go. So we've drawn a game of football, and everyone's like, the wheels are fucking falling off. Look in the mirror, lads. Like, what is going on?
No, Heskey, I disagree. I disagree with what you're saying.
You can't disagree in your own time. No, talk over me. No one's talking over me. I didn't talk over anyone. Over anyone, Loani, respectfully, okay? You can disagree with me. That's fine. What I'm saying is, it's not the manager's fault we've lost today. It isn't. He doesn't tell the team, let's just concede 2 goals in the first 2 minutes. That is freakish. This doesn't happen on Sunday League. So for it to happen to us today, it's just freakish. This isn't a symptom of the manager. This was a symptom under Ten Hag. When Ten Hag we used to concede, the second goal was coming within 5 minutes. That's a fact. You can go check that up, and that's why we fucking wanted him out, right? That would happen under him. Under Amrim, this has not been a thing recently. It's not been a thing. People talk about mentality, right? You talk about it when it fucking suits you. When we come back against Liverpool to draw 2-1, or to win the game 2-1 after 10 years, was anyone talking about mentality then? I thought the mentality was great then. All of a sudden, it's changed now. People just need to fucking look at themselves, stop being hypocritical. And like Amram said, the team hasn't changed from 4 weeks ago to now. So why all of a sudden are people going sick? It does not make any sense. People just need to analyze the game. Nordin's asked me a question about Hudson-Odoi. Yes, he was coming in on the side and coming in. Did he score? Did he provide anything? He was not the reason we lost the game. It wasn't because of him. It was defensive errors at the back. He's not the reason we've lost that game at all. Ruben's man management can be questioned, but him cutting in on the side is not the reason we've lost this game. That is just a joke.
Who's this, sorry?
Cutting in the side.
Okay, can I respond to what you said?
I asked you a different question. I asked you off the ball, Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, what were they doing?
What were they doing?
I didn't ask you about Hudson-Odoi.
Can I?
I'll answer that if you want, bro.
No. You got to answer it. And by the way, you're allowed.
Can I answer SK? Can I answer what SK said?
Can I?
Go ahead.
Yeah, we are allowed to agree to disagree, right? Let's not take things out of context. We can analyze the game, and we can also rate the manager depending on how the team is performing. If you want to compare Mikel Arteta's 7 years to what Amorim is doing, just remember that 4 years out of those 7, Mikel Arteta was challenging. Okay, he was either second or third. And when you watch Arsenal play game in, game out, there's a certain level of consistency, a certain level of control of game that they carry from game to game that we are not seeing from our manager. So we are allowed to talk about it the way we talk about it. Last year we finished 15. The last time I remember, Mikel Arteta never finished 15 when he took over Arsenal. So let's compare things that need to be compared together, and let's dissociate things that cannot be compared together. Okay, so.
Can I just say something as well? Nurden, I seen your match reaction with Saeed, and you said Manchester United should be winning this game, like, you know, Forest are relegated side right now. I don't agree with that, man. I don't agree with that. Yes, they're fucking shocking this season, man, but they were absolutely unbelievable last season under Nuno. I'm sorry, man. I'm not taking Nottingham Forest as like, right, okay, it's a fucking shitty team like fucking Burnley or any of that. I'm taking this team as like a proper, like probably top 6 or top 5 team, man. Like, I don't know why you, like, I mean, I know obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion, like, but if anyone like even thought that Man United should be winning this game because they're a relegated team, like, what sort of waffle is that, man? Like, you know, where are we, like, what are we doing? Like, and like, I seen what you said there, Eski, like, why and Bombay, why are we mad and stuff? Like, I'm not mad. I'm just like, do you know what the issue with me is like, when Man United lose games or draw games, it's always Ammermith. Oh, he's in game management. Oh, like, even the players as well. Like, 'cause I think the players to a certain extent are like the second biggest issue of this football club, and then obviously Amron the least. It's it's owners. It's like, why are we not turning our attention to owners? This is why we're the worst fan base in the world right now. We're the worst fan base. We're concussed. We have no fucking clue, man. Sheffield Wednesday put a statement out there that you can get rid of fucking owners, man. Pick up to every Sheffield Wednesday fucking fan out there.
Do I not always blame the owners when I come on the show?
No, but I'm sorry. But I'm talking about every fucking fan in Manchester, because obviously, for me, obviously, I live in Ireland, and everyone around the world, we can only do so much. But I just wish everyone in Manny can just fucking do something, man. It's like, we need a planned protest. We need to do something, man.
You know what? Yeah, me and Nuruddin are on this point. Yeah, bro, the owners are not going anywhere unless we get relegated.
They're not.
I'm telling you right now, Glazers are not going to go anywhere. Ineos are not going to go anywhere. I've come to the realization all this clickbait about Qatar, Middle East was all bullshit. It was because it was international breaks. Man United was still the biggest club. It was all for clicks. I've gone past that stage. These owners are going to be here for a long time. We just have to put up with it. Unless we get relegated or we finish another 18 or 15 finish, and no Champions League for 3 years, then they might consider selling it. If we get Euro football, even Europa League football this season, they're going to be here.
Yeah. But George, like, see with you, Bombay and Eski, like, do you know what it is? Like, on paper, like with today's result, it is a good result, because, like, if you were to ask me, Man United were to get 10 points out of 12, I would have shook your hand off instantly. And I'm glad to see that, like, for example, Amram's getting these results, man, because, people just don't see the fucking bigger picture, man. Like, do I think Amram's right for the job? No, but, am I, like, desperate to get him sacked right now as a United fan? No, because for me as a United fan, I know where my club's at, what filthy fucking mess it is at, and that's why I always stick 100% on these fucking owners. They should have got him a midfielder over the summer. 2 midfielders, sorry. They should have got him a left wing back. Now look at our left wing back now. We got please tell me, panel, if we spoke about Diego fucking Dalot, man. Oh my God, man. Bro, it's just crazy,
Welcome
man. Our two worst players on that pitch, man, were probably fucking, I mean, I'm not even going to say Bruno, like, because I don't think Bruno was worse than the two, but I actually think our worst players were fucking Ahmad and fucking Dalot. I thought Ahmad was absolutely dreadful today. Dreadful.
If there's anybody that's still defending Dalot, by the way, if there's Dalot stands, I will tell you the truth. Yeah, stay off the gears.
I just think it's a fast stretch for us, and we're here today, right now, trying to defend, drawing against a team that just hired a manager, and that's at the bottom of the league, because I might just score a world-class volley. Otherwise, that's 3 points that's gone from us and preventing us from carrying the momentum that we actually built hardly against two quality opponents out of 3. What's the point of working so hard, winning a game against Liverpool, winning a game against Brighton, and then almost losing to
we beat Chelsea and we lost to Brentford. Today. We beat Chelsea and we lost to Brentford. It's nothing new. I've seen this every time. You know what it is, yeah? I'm just gonna say this to every United fan. Yeah, listen, if we do beat Spurs next week, this will be forgotten, guys.
Yeah, it would.
This will be forgotten. All we gotta do is, the only positive thing that I could take, I don't know you want to hear it, I'm disappointed that we got a draw. I know that's not the standards. The standards should be we should always win. Yeah, but the thing is, you have to give credit where it's due. I think Nottingham Forest done the thing today, and you know what?
Yeah, they did.
We got a point. All I'm saying is, Amran, I beg you, bro, please. I know if you're watching this, stop with this when you're trying to chase the game to put on more fucking defenders.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really started to piss me off, and this is the problem. I've said this from, if you see my tweets, Man United are no way near the shape or form, no matter who the manager is, are going to be title contenders, especially on these fucking rats upstairs. They're not going to be, even if they stumble across a good manager, they're not going to be title contenders. But if we were somehow to be title contenders, and Amran was doing things like this,
talking about title, man?
And Amran was doing things like this, there'll be more fans like me calling for his head. You cannot be doing what you're doing. The only reason why I am angry that I'm not very, very mad at it. It's because we're not fighting for anything. Yeah, we're not fighting for the league. There was never a league title race. But the problem is, yeah, I cannot have a manager doing this week in, week out on a regular basis when we need goals. When we need goals to put on more defenders.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's baffling.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I agree. Like, but if I right now, I like, obviously, if the Glazers or any of us didn't exist and we were under Qataris, like, I'd be fucking wanting this guy out since fucking probably the Spurs and United final, like, And do you know what it is? People like, I think like statistically, like where my head's at in terms of the result. Yeah, I'm disappointed like we didn't get the 3 points, man, because we did have our chances, man, but. Do you know what? Like statistically, I'm just happy to a certain extent that we didn't, that we did get a draw at the end, because at the end of the day, man, I did say it in the panel so many times, it is a very, very difficult place to win, man, or to get a result, bro, because the atmosphere is absolutely electric in that place, man. I remember going there with my dad when he obviously was a Leeds fan. Just obviously it was his 50th birthday, and it was absolutely electric. So was the atmosphere there. So big up to the Nottingham Forest fans. But nah, it's just like I said, the biggest games right now to justify our season is this next game, Spurs away, and Crystal Palace away as well. Because after Crystal Palace, you've got obviously West Ham, and then you've got a few other home games coming up. But before the few other games, home games come up, it's AFCON. And that
I was just about to say
that there is massive, man. And do you know what, man? I'm sorry. It would not surprise me whatsoever if any of us don't go and buy any fucking players, man. Even if it's a fucking loan, man. They're not going to buy anyone, man. And do you know what? Yes, I hear what you're saying, Trebs, about I can't have this manager do this every week, man. But you know what, Trebs? I'm so sorry to say this, bro. I really am. But I can. But, he deserves to be sacked. But I just can't have him sacked and just let these fucking bastards get away from this shit, man. I just can't. And I know you're going to say it's impossible, Trebs. I know you're going to say it's impossible. But mark my fucking words, man. It's just not impossible, bro. I swear to you, I said to Nurden, I said to every fucker, I said if Manchester United was in any other fucking country, if it's in Ireland or it's in fucking anywhere around the fucking world, they would have their owners gone by fucking not even fucking 5 years, probably 3 or 4 years, man. Because once you get one thing wrong, and so on, you're gonna see a repetitive pattern. Then it's just gonna continue. Like the thing is, we've been absolutely blinded by this, man. We've just been blinded by this by so many fucking years, man. Like it's not like it's 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. It's 20 fucking years, man. And I'm 28 years of age, man. And 3/4 of my life has been with Glazer ownership, man. Like, I just don't understand us, man. We are absolutely, for us to call ourselves United fans, I feel fucking ashamed, man. I do.
Boys, I'm gonna I need to get off.
Yeah, big up Bombay, man.
I'll see you lot on the next one. Big up yourselves, man.
Big up Bombay.
Good night.
People, I need to go. I need to go. It's been a pleasure. Take care.
Yeah, big up, guys. Big up.
Big up. Make sure you check out Ben at Elmo39 on X. Luani Manu and Luani 1979. Trebs.
Bring on
make
Spurs.
Sure you check him out. We don't tolerate snakes on X. Big up to Eski for jumping on. Always a pleasure.
Big up Eski, man.
It's always got good to get different perspectives.
He could have affected today's game. Instead, like a coward, he sat there and he left his team to drown. And I'm sorry, Ben, and I'm sorry, everybody. Nottingham Forest were in dire confidence straits. Dire. And Manchester United go there and give them game and give them a lift.
But they're still a good team, though. I don't care. They're a good team, though.
Ben, be quiet 1 second. They have they've not scored a goal in so many fucking days, so many weeks in the Premier League. They're so low on confidence. They have zero. And today we saw one guy bullied all the midfield, and Bruno and Casemiro got exposed for what they are. And Amarim's tactics against Leicester and Liverpool got exposed for what they were. Not Leicester, against Brighton and Liverpool got exposed for what they were. And he was a cowardly. He didn't change shit. He just sat there, made two defensive changes, and he did not. And then he comes out and insults our intelligence with quotes like the one he come out with. It's embarrassing. That's my 2 pence. Big up. I respectfully disagree with Bumbaye, Eski, and Ben, and everybody else today. I watched that game and I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? That's what I was thinking. But anyway, it's been a pleasure. Big up Eski. Appreciate you all, King, for always jumping on. Love, like. Big up Luani. Big up Ben. Enjoy the Halloween party. It was full of horror. It was a
thank
horror.
You, bro. Big up, man.
Second half was a horror. Big up Ben. It was a fucking scary. It was scary.
Was a horror,
it was scary to watch. But love and light, people.
Bruno Fernandes is a monster.
Oh, exactly. Jesus. Oh, no.
Smash a like. Smash a like. The only thing I agree with Ben is about these dickheads. You need to get them out of the football club ASAP. But yeah, win, lose or draw, free Palestine, free Sudan, free the Congo, free Tigray, free Ogaden, free Haiti, free everywhere where people are oppressed in this world. And solidarity with Haiti, Cuba, Jamaica, Dominican Republic for the hurricane, Melissa, that's done an absolute madness. Love and light to everybody fighting against oppression, colonization, imperialism, and the military machine. Fuck the fucking Zionists. Whether they're in Dubai, whether they're in fucking Israel, whether they're in fucking Saudi, wherever they are. Fuck them. Yeah. Fuck fucking the Zios. Love and light. Take care. Peace. And fuck Jim fucking Glazer and fucking the Glazers. Peace. Take care. Good night.